All right, today we're diving into a really fascinating system of identity, one that pretty much redefines what it means to belong. Let's get into the language of Arreqqana. So just for a second, forget about borders, forget about government papers. What if your true nationality, your real belonging, was more like an energetic connection to a place, a kind of spiritual footprint left right on your soul?
Well, that's exactly the idea we're going to unpack. See, the Arreqqana worldview sees your identity as this incredible tapestry woven from these sacred threads, your spirit, the land that really calls to you, and the stories that are literally encoded in your family line.
Okay, so how does this actually work? How do you build an identity like this? Well, it all comes down to three core concepts, what they call the three sacred threads.
So, the first thread is called Qhimeenraa, which translates to threaded belonging. This is the big one. It's not about where your birth certificate says you're from, it's about where your spirit feels at home. It's the land that you've woven your soul into, whether you were born there, lived there, or just have this incredibly deep spiritual connection to it.
And this example just nails it, right? It shows how personal and layered this can be. You can hold more than one Qhimeenraa. Maybe you were born in one landscape but truly shaped by another. Both of those places become part of your essence nation. The second thread is Etinirra, or encoded blood song. Now, you can think of this as being kind of like ethnicity, but it is so much more than a box to check. It's a living poem that honors your ancestors' journey, their collective story, and the wisdom that you carry in your very being. And this is where it gets incredibly powerful. Look at how this concept transforms a history of displacement into a name of pure power and beauty. Scattered fire families gives this deep spiritual dignity to the African diaspora, reframing as a lineage of resilient, rooted flame. It's beautiful.
And our third thread is tribal lineage. What's amazing here is how flexible it is. It totally gets that tribe can mean your blood relatives, that's Tzurraqhe, but it also honors the family we choose. You know, the people we gather with who share our purpose. And that's a Qhonnira.
And you can see right here how that fits into modern life. Sacred union of soft lighting seekers. I mean, that could be a group of artists, it could be activists, it could be a queer found family. Really, anyone united by a shared vision. It's about your soul tribe, not just your bloodline. So you might be thinking, okay, this is all very spiritual, but what about physical appearance? What about race? Well, Arreqqana tackles this by completely reframing the conversation, moving way beyond the rigid labels we're all used to. Just look at this comparison. Instead of these rigid racial categories, Arreqqana uses poetic, elemental descriptions. Black becomes a flame skin in deep song. See, it's not a color, it's an essence, a whole story of origin. And look at mixed. It becomes braided rooted, a term that honors complexity instead of trying to simplify it. This proverb, this is the heart of the whole philosophy. Let it sink in. Your appearance isn't you. It's the sacred vessel your soul chose for its mission in this life. It's like a living map of your spiritual journey, not some label to be ranked or judged.
And get this, the system has a built-in safeguard against any kind of supremacy. To judge or oppress someone because of how they look is called a Celticare. It's considered a deep spiritual injury to the entire community, one that requires actual ritual and healing to fix.
All right, enough theory for a minute. Let's make this a little more personal. A huge part of an Arreqqana identity is the Qavvalaar, or your rooting vow, which is basically your soul's core promise. We're going to try a quick sample from the quiz they used to help you find it. Okay, so really think about it. When things get intense, when there's conflict, what's your first, deepest gut instinct? Are you the person who stands on principle and speaks the hard truth? Do you try to mediate and understand everyone's feelings? Maybe you're the one who stays quiet, observing until you've processed everything. Or do you ask the one question that changes the whole conversation? Or maybe you just feel the unspoken energy in the room. Your answer points to your soul's true nature.
Okay, one more. And this one goes right to the heart of it all. What truly, genuinely drives you?
Is it about protecting a cause you believe in? Is it helping other people heal and grow? Maybe it's a deep sense of duty, of knowing your place and staying solid. Or is it the endless pursuit of knowledge? Or that feeling of reconnecting with something sacred, something bigger than yourself?
Your answers would point you toward one of these 5 vow temples. Are you a soul of devotion, of compassion, of endurance, of voice, or of vision? Just hearing those names, which one resonates with you right now, in this moment?
So we've got all these deep, amazing pieces of identity. Your land, your lineage, your vow. How does it all come together? Well, the final step is to weave those threads into one single, powerful identity.
And the process is actually this really beautiful, sacred ritual of self-reflection. You define your spiritual homeland, you give a name to the story of your ancestors, and you identify the soul family where you truly belong.
And this is where it gets really cool. This whole identity becomes tangible with something called the Spirit Tech ID card. The front isn't just a name and a photo. It shows your Vow Temple, a unique spiritual title like Nationality of the Coastal Flame, and your core gifts to the world.
And if you think the front is cool, the back is even more profound. It has your personal mantra, your lineage, and your thread mission, a single sentence that sums up your entire life's purpose. I mean, can you imagine having an ID that reminded you not of your address, but of your mission?
Ultimately, what this whole Arreqqana system shows us is that identity doesn't have to be a set of fixed boxes that are handed to you. It can be a sacred, living story that we get to consciously write for ourselves. So the only question left is, if your identity is a living poem, what are you going to write for your next verse?